All right, welcome everyone to the Cat in the Box after party, and of course we have the guest of honor here is with us, Mr. Cat in the Box, right over there, along with my partner in crime and brother from another mother, Mr. Mikey Famine. Also with us is of course another brother from the other coast, Mr. Canadian Ollyman is with us, and well, all my brothers and sisters are here. Michael Earhart's with us. We got my adopted daughter Jen over there. We got the Irish Swede and the crazy man, Mr. Artie Brain Sample, is also with us. Who I've met in person and know that he's a crazy man. So
it was me, Barry. I'm the one who killed the DCEU. I'm the one who casted Ezra Miller in the Flashpoint movie. It was me, Barry, all along.
Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton. Aaron Sorkin.
Benny
Hill.
Jackie Chan. Jackie
David.
Chan.
David
Ernest Borgnine.
I have a question. How come Jackie Chan never got invited to any of the Marvel anything?
Isn't he doing his own thing? That's probably why. It's probably some Disney morality clause or something.
Right.
Do we know that he never got invited?
I'm just saying.
Why hasn't he been in the Expendables?
I'm just saying.
He definitely should have been in the Expendables. He's probably, I mean, some would argue, the greatest action movie superstar there ever was.
I feel like there's something about him being Chinese has something to do with it.
Why?
If anything, that would make Disney more likely to put them in so that they can give the Chinese audience. Right?
China wants to retain him as a popular intermediary, and the West would like for him to just shit on China and
he's been in tons.
Say what he wants.
Huh.
It's like one of those things that used to happen all the time in the 80s and 90s where people just didn't say shit because of where they were from.
I didn't hear about this.
That should be fact checked.
That would be fucked.
that
Yeah,
should
true.
be fact checked.
If that's true, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's fairly a thing during the Soviet Union.
There's a lot of suppression of people's ideas if you're working in certain countries. So we never knew the politics of a lot of people because their government would not allow them to share those ideas on those politics. So we don't know.
It cracks me up.
We'll never know because he'll never be able to tell us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my opinion of what's happened to Jackie is that he has two minds and one of them is allowed to talk and the other one isn't.
We can save you, Jackie. And besides, you can just beat everybody up. I wish somebody would try and stop Jackie Chan from doing something.
I just saw a list.
Drunken box your ass so quick.
I hit him with a ladder.
I just saw a list of
I'm
all
tempted to hit Dave with a 3-minute ban just for uttering such a statement.
I just saw a list of the apps that are allowed in China and the ones that are not. Like TikTok is not allowed in China.
What?
That's ironic.
Really? But again, that's absolutely true.
It's redundant.
Jackie Chan bad mouthing TikTok like, oh, my social credit score just went up.
I mean, Marvel's not against Chinese people. I mean, Shang-Chi for crying out loud.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, no,
which is a great movie.
They didn't invite him
The
to
Ten
do
Rings
any of that.
movie is pretty damn good. Yep.
I will say about the Shang-Chi movie did use a lot of Jackie Chan's kind of like slapstick kung fu as like an inspiration for some of their scenes. Like the whole like taking off a jacket, beating someone up with their own jacket, and then putting back on the jacket scene. That's like ripped straight from, I forget which movie it was.
The Drunken Fighter one, I think. He did something similar in that anyway.
I mean, well, but that's just like
right.
that's like Jackie Chan's most popularized style, though. Is like just like environmental slapstick kung fu, and that's kind of all Shang-Chi was for like everything up until the big CGI boring battle at the end, which I don't really remember that much. There was a dragon, which was cool, and then I forget everything else.
I liked it. I liked the movie a lot, actually.
I've been getting like superhero burnout lately, and I don't even know why. Like, well, actually, I do know why, but still, like, fuck.
Cat in the Box. What is your favorite action genre?
Ooh, so
it's British, so it's Guy Ritchie.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey!
You're allowed to say Red Dwarf.
You guys are allowed to let the guest answer. Down.
No,
down
well,
boys.
I did
called
love the
Eve.
dwarf, of course. Funny you say that. I did enjoy the early Guy Ritchie films, but I don't know if I would say they were my favorite. I might put noses out here, but I just haven't got on board with any of the Marvel stuff at all. Like it just
I can
haven't.
understand that.
I tried. Like I even did that thing of like get the list of what order you're supposed to watch all the films in. And look at the different, compare the different lists and the relative merits of the different proposals for what order you watch them in, and start with Captain America. I just didn't work for me. Like I got one or two in, this is not for me. Like I just don't.
Not even Deadpool.
I liked Deadpool, funnily enough.
Yeah.
I did actually.
It's not really
an
MCU film yet.
I did like it.
I think it's about to be.
Yeah, it's about to be.
Yeah, no,
I
I
like Wolverine. Yes.
I like Deadpool because it felt quite tongue-in-cheek and a little subversive and a little deconstructing the genre a little bit.
Yeah, it was kind of dick in mouth as so much as tongue in cheek.
Cheeky.
It was, it was.
When you broke his hands on Colossus, that's when I was like, all right, I love
the
this.
mightiest dinosaur, the T-Rex.
Fuck!
Yeah. No, I did like that. I don't know. Like, I like the kind of gritty. Oh, Tarantino maybe. Like Tarantino films.
Yeah.
So you're a feet guy. I see.
Or the Bourne series. The Bourne series is out there.
The Bournes were okay. Yeah.
Italian
Jesus
Job.
Christ, it's Jesus Bourne.
Yeah.
Wait,
I still watch 007s. Those are
all right,
still...
yeah. So you're British. So which 007?
Ooh. Make him choose a
Yeah,
Bond.
which actor? Which Bond?
Yeah,
That's
which Bond?
Roger Moore is the
That's
is
a
the
dick
all-time
move there,
classic.
Sweet, but I like it.
I don't think so.
I mean, I grew up with Roger Moore, right? So when I was a kid, Roger Moore was Bond. But if you watch the Roger Moore now, he's so like
cheesy.
It's so cheesy, and it's
Yeah.
a bit like it's over. He's not menacing.
He knew he was cool.
No.
He's the
Go
human
back
in
and
a
watch the
Muppet.
Sean Connery ones, though.
He's
All
the
the Sean
human in a
Connery
Muppet
ones
movie.
really
That's what That's how he comes across in those movies.
The human in a Muppet movie.
He does actually.
Walking around playing with puppets.
or the lone Muppet in a film full of humans.
Yeah, either way.
What's in there? I don't know. What do you think, Kermit? That's his acting.
That goes to say that Michael Caine is the best actor of all time because he did a movie as the only human full of Muppet.
True enough.
Full of Muppets.
Oh, jeez. It's the Christmas Carol one, right?
Christmas Carol.
What did you think of Lazenby's Bond?
Oh, very short-lived. In Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Only because he didn't want to come back. He could have come back and done more. He refused.
You know what's funny though is
book?
before they had what's his name there, the Remington Steele guy,
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. Thank you. What's his name? That wrote the Bond series.
Timothy Dalton.
It was Dalton. He referred to as being how he actually pictured James Bond.
Oh, really? Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's least favorite Bond.
Timothy Dalton will always be Rassilon.
I like Dalton. I thought his movies were good.
He was in the was it Buck Rogers? No, not Buck Rogers. What was it? Flash Gordon.
He was also in Doctor Who.
He was in
Rassilon. I referenced Doctor Who because he played Rassilon.
Right.
Doctor Who.
Yeah. I mean, this may be controversial, but I think Daniel Craig was a pretty good Bond.
Oh yeah,
because he was dark and he was tortured and he was vicious and he was fucked up. And the Bond is a fucked up guy. He's not supposed to.
Yeah.
I'll reveal a little bit here about my own personal feelings. Daniel Craig, daddy, fucking eyes, daddy. Okay, let me just and I oop. All
right, settle down.
Jen, does that mean you watch Tomb Raider over and over and over for that one scene? Where you get to see Daniel Craig's booty.
The other thing with Daniel Craig is he's actually a really good actor. Like,
look, I'm a lesbian, right? Phenomenal. But like Daniel Craig is the one guy.
Knives Out. Knives Out are great movies. Both
Knives Out is the one movie where you can see in his eyes that he's glad he's not Bond anymore.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the next Bond?
I thought it was Idris Elba, but I guess not.
There'd been lots of talk.
That's what everybody always says.
Yeah.
I wish.
That would be a good one.
Let's talk about.
I think Idris would make a good Bond, but
everybody agrees that he'd be a great one, but it's never going to happen for some reason.
It's like it's almost become a cliche, right? Because his name's been floated so consistently for.
Last thing I heard was a woman.
Maybe.
How can you?
Yeah.
How can you not watch? If you watched Luther, how can you not see Idris as Bond? It's right.
Suicide Squad for me was like, he'd be a Bond.
He's right. It's right in front of you guys.
He was awesome.
I agree, Mikey. I think he'd be excellent.
His Heimdall lets you know.
Not Scottish.
I got to be honest with you. They're going to have to restart the series again because Daniel Craig's Bond died. Right?
He did. They're just going to ignore that.
Well, Superman's died. Lots of people have died.
If they're going to restart, like I see them potentially going really young and actually doing a Bond origin film.
No.
How he got to actually get to be a 007. Because they've never done that. They've never actually done that.
They did hint at it a lot with Daniel Craig.
They hinted at it, but they never actually have done that movie. That would be a worth watching.
Book starts with him as a full-fledged agent on a plane.
It starts with him getting the kills that give him his 00. Right?
It literally opens with him on an airplane.
Or maybe he's remembering getting the kills. It's
like the beginning of one of the movies where there's the action sequence and then the background.
Yeah.
That at the beginning of the book, the action sequence is him on an airplane that suddenly turned into a movie about an American president. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm gonna throw a hat in the ring. If we're going like an origin story Bond, this is gonna be way out there, but it's gonna be a post irony pick for me. James A. Caster. Go back to like the super goofy, super comedic, fucking cartoony Bond.
I'm
James
absolutely
A.
with
Caster
you.
and his ridiculous little fucking like plaid sweaters. I fucking love James A. Caster. I think he would be great as both the Doctor and as Bond. He's the only guy I could see pulling both of them off.
I can definitely see him as the Doctor more than Bond. But
who's the guy who played Professor X in the new X-Men one? James McAfee.
Yeah,
James McAvoy.
McAfee.
Doctor and Bond. James McAfee.
Jane Bond.
Pat McAfee.
Yes.
No, not Pat McAfee.
Big jacked fucking
blonde guy from Pittsburgh.
Only if Pat McAfee's arch nemesis is Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, actually, that would
if
be.
You get that reference.
Yeah, then you know. You're either a Pittsburgh fan or a Colts fan, or you follow the AFC.
Yeah,
because that's a
and you know that Polamalu laid McAfee out so hard that he didn't know which day it was.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well,
he ruined his touchdown pass. It's he lined up in the C slot.
All I remember is just seeing a big coiffed of hair, curly, dark, luxurious hair flying over the offensive line, sailing into a quarterback's face. And what do you know? It was Troy Polamalu, fresh off of a Head and Shoulders commercial, just flying through the air, tackling someone. Like, well, look at him
so
go.
Light. It felt so light.
I just thought,
like
I just thought a way to sell James A. Caster as James Bond. I'm still stuck on this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna circle back. Make his villain played by Jimmy Carr. James A. Caster versus Jimmy Carr. He's gonna fight a
Jimmy Carr does not need any more fucking attention.
That guy gets a lot of.
You know who would make a great Bond? Simon Pegg.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah. Deconstructing Bond.
If we're gonna go A Caster, we can definitely take the next watch.
According to
make a way better Inspector Clouseau.
I don't think there can be another one. I feel like Steve
Martin James McAfee.
So. But
according to
my idea
what
going
Google
with
is
the younger
saying,
Bond, Who could pull that off?
Let Neil
well,
speak.
Yes. Yes. You want to hear who could pull that off? Then hang on a second. 2 people have been offered. One of those people was Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
And also Aaron Taylor Johnson has also been pitched. And he's a younger guy, so they could go with a younger Bond.
I don't think Cavill wants to because of his project about Warhammer.
Yeah,
he might be dropping out of that. Just by the way.
Really?
He might be dropping out of that.
Huh.
That's his passion project, though.
Amazon has kind of locked the what's the game company that owns Warhammer? They've locked them into a weird deal,
Workshop?
and now they're making them. Yeah, Games Workshop, and now they're making them change the lore in the game.
There is no lore in the game.
That's not.
There's
true.
no canon.
I don't know about that.
I'll hit you with a cannon.
But anyway, it's all about the fact that they're making them change specific things about the lore, and it might just all go to shit. The Warhammer thing might not even happen in the series.
Hold it. Somebody made a good point here. In the last Bond movie, No Time to Die, the last Daniel Craig one where he retires or whatever, apparently during the movie, I don't really remember this point, but Lashana Lynch took up the job title of 007 in that.
Yeah, she had it at the beginning, but she gave it up to give it back to Bond.
No,
right?
Because he refused it. He refused it, and she kept the 007 title. He got a different 00 designation. The thing is, though, it caused so many people to be very cringy and misogynistic about it by having,
of course it would.
having her be. She wasn't even James Bond. She was just 007. That was her designation.
That's right.
And MI6, and Daniel Craig took up a different 00 designation because he didn't want to step on her toes or whatever, because he willingly left MI6 or whatever. I don't remember the movie that well, but I do remember this being a plot point, and I do remember just coming onto YouTube and seeing a bunch of Shadiversity and shit on his Night's Watch show being "Elmore Blade Gordon cast a woman as 00 fucking Sammy." It's just come on, dude. Stop with your rage bait bullshit.
Yeah, it's the internet's fun for that.
Yeah.
Well, there's people in the running. Theo James is one of them. Callum Turner is one of them. Or Callum Turner, sorry. Also, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy would be good.
Yeah.
These are all
Hardy
older
would be.
actors.
Tom Hardy was really good in Taboo, and I wish they would have made a second season for that.
They're all in their late 30s, early 40s.
To me, Bond is he's that kind of age. You can't,
but if they're going to do an origin show, they got to go with somebody that's in their 20s.
What about that one dude who was in Kingsman? What if he just upgraded from
that's what I was wanting to talk about Kingsman earlier, because that's why you can't do a funny version of 007, because it's kind of already been done with the Kingsman.
It's taken apart, yeah.
Well, the front runner is this guy, Aaron Taylor Johnson. This is the front runner.
What about the Dune kid?
According to whom?
Timothy Chalamet is who I was going to suggest.
You got the Frenchman as Bond.
Oh, that's the guy that played. Can't think of the damn name of the movie. There was two.
Exactly, Artemis. That's exactly my reaction.
No, I just had the worst fucking thought run through my head when you guys said Dune Kid, and I'm like,
Dune Kid.
He was in Age of Ultron Avengers. He played Quicksilver.
He was Quicksilver, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same guy that was in the other superhero movie there, where he right at the beginning he gets hit by a car or something and loses all
Kick-Ass.
the goes Kick-Ass. That's
Kick-Ass.
The one, yeah. That's the same guy too, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
God, I love your fucking
Javier
accent.
Bardem would be a good one.
Who's that?
Javier.
He was already a villain, though. You can't bring him back as Bond after being the best fucking villain in the series.
You
can't.
That's not a point.
It was Bond's stepbrother.
Blofert.
Stepbrother.
The whole story of them growing up together was the weird.
Robert Pattinson could pull off the role, maybe.
You know, after watching his
Batman,
I think I feel like he can do anything now. Like I'm over
Yeah.
the whole like whatever Twilight bias I had. It's
I
gone
hated
now.
him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never
But
watched the Twilight movies.
but
I'm
after
like,
seeing
this
him-
fucking Twilight kid, and it's like,
Yeah.
yo, this is fucking good. Like
No,
this kid's
him and-
fucking crushing it, man. Like I'm
His
liking
Batman
this movie.
was awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Show
it's really
hands.
I
good.
can't wait to see
Who
the next
has
one.
not seen one of the Twilight movies?
I haven't
I've
seen any
not
of them.
seen any of the Twilight movies.
Oh no. Oh god.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
I wear that shit with pride, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm not mad at
I
you.
noticed a
I'm just-
little sparkly glitter on
like,
your face.
I am 55 years old in like 10 days, and I had
You're
negative
impossibly
interest
fast.
in that fucking
Your eyes
movie.
get colors.
series.
I've never
I-
seen
I
him in sunlight.
couldn't be
I
less
heard that-
interested if it came with Vicodin.
I heard nothing about vampires glowing in daylight, like being shiny in daylight, and said, I don't feel like watching that.
Yeah,
That was
no, sorry, that's not how that works. in
Lucky
my
enough
world.
not to have kids at that age.
I
And
was
Rice is
growing up.
rolling
I was
over.
a kid at that age.
We
You
had
were,
Lost
didn't
Boys and Sunlight is Death. Don't talk to me
Sunlight
about
is death.
Sparkle.
I still
Lost
love
Boys.
Lost Boys, but it's
Lost
just
Boys.
I'm a menace.
My own fucking brother, a goddamn blood-sucking vampire.
Maggots, Michael. You're eating maggots.
I recently rewatched Twilight just to torture myself, just
Star,
to see how bad
David.
it actually
Where's
was.
Star?
After the nostalgia glasses, the rose-tinted glasses shattered off when my soul died like a few years ago, right? I rewatched it. Holy shit, is Jacob a rapist?
Oh yeah. Well, hello vampires.
Yeah.
I don't know
What
if
was
you knew this
the-
about
The Anne
vampires,
Rice,
but
the Anne Rice series was really.
Yeah, that was I was going to say. What was the one
Yeah,
with Brad
pretty
Pitt and Tom?
Hers was very dark.
Oh, Interview with the Vampire.
yeah, pretty much
Interview
all
Vampire
of them.
Chronicles.
What's
That
her
was
name?
okay.
What's her name? Was a 14-year-old little. She was already being played out by all those vampires in the book, at least.
And she couldn't grow any older than she was, and she could never have anything that she wanted because she was now a child forever. And yeah,
I'll say the best.
pretty
vampires-
fucking dark shit.
The best vampires in recent media are What We Do in the Shadows, and you can't change my mind.
That's good actually.
I haven't
brilliant.
seen it yet.
Oh, it's
good.
superb.
I recently
I just
played a
started seeing
vampire video game. Just finished it today, actually. Set in it came out 6 or 7 years ago. It's on sale on Steam right now. Vampire spelled with a Y, and it's set in just after or just at the end of World War One in
you
London,
go.
England. It was actually pretty fun. So
Awesome.
you start the game off right away as this guy that just returned from the war. You're a doctor, and you wake up. You're just been turned into a vampire.
What was that one movie that came out recently where it was like the travel of the random boat, the movie where like Dracula is like on this boat in a coffin and they're
Right,
transporting
right,
him.
right.
I didn't
you-
see the actual movie, but like it sounded like a cool premise. I kind of want to find
If
out.
you're
what
talking
Yeah,
about the
it's,
one,
it's how he goes from Transylvania over to England or whatever.
if you're
yeah.
talking about the one that starred, what's his name as Dracula?
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Dracula.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably.
man,
I mean,
come
I didn't
on.
see the movie, like I
Yeah,
said.
no,
So
What's his
that's
name?
yeah, nope, that's the guy. That's the one.
Gary
You
Oldman.
know, yeah, Gary.
Yeah.
No,
Oldman.
no, not Gary Oldman.
It's got to
Yes.
be Gary Oldman.
Yes,
Kevin Bacon.
no.
Dolly
Gary
Parton?
Oldman.
you said Gary Oldman.
What?
Now I'm thinking like Dracula is like fucking Officer Gordon. It's like it was me, Batman. I was Dracula all along.
But it's amazing
It's
though.
the Michael Keaton version.
He
He
steps
Oh,
so
it's
outside
called-
of himself.
he was.
It's
an
called the
excellent-
last.
he
It's
was
called the
excellent.
last voyage of the Demeter.
That's not the one.
There
I'm
we
talking
go.
about.
No, I know the one you're talking about, Michael. He was excellent.
Yes.
But everything Gary Oldman done is
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah,
Anything
he
he
was
touches
great
is
as
gold.
Dracula in that.
Yeah,
That's my
he's
favorite.
one of the
Dracula
great
movie.
character actors. Does anyone remember Let the Right One In? They made a US remake of it, which was crap, but the original film was I can't even remember where it's from. It was Scandinavian. It was a really good vampire film, like 15 years ago, something like that.
I don't think I saw it.
Recommended. Very good.
Let
that
the
was,
right one in.
Javier Botet played Count Dracula in that movie.
Oh, that actually sounds good because I like a lot of his like fucking character roles as creatures.
I just really like the way Neil pronounces his name.
Javier Botet? Or Bote, or whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
Bootay.
Bootay?
John Big Boutte.
I don't care how you say it. Just say it again.
He's the guy. He's the guy who was on VHS, I think, right?
Javier.
I think Javier Botet was in VHS, and he played like the lady with like the disease that was like all like just like y'all have probably seen the scene if you've never seen the movie. It's like in the black and white like night vision camera footage, and then this like really tall, gangly, like creepy lady like looks around and then like fucking looks down at the camera and like fucking yoinks the person off into the darkness.
Is there somebody running your camera?
Yes.
On me? No. I don't know what's happening, but this happens every time I like move. Like it's just tracking me, and I'm out to turn it off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally known for being a creature roles.
Like Doug Jones.
Somebody's watching.
I think the reason is because, like our friend Swede here, he's got Marfans.
Yeah, Cat in a Box got to learn all about the FBN1 gene through the thread.
That was the son of Motown, Barry Gordon. That was his son that wrote that song, and his mother took it to her husband, and he said, "No, I'm not going to put that out." But then he heard the chorus had Michael Jackson in it, and he changed his mind in an instant. And he said, "Okay, let's release this."
That is so funny. The song is such shit.
Yeah, well, he didn't like his son's output.
I just want to break in here with something completely off the topic that I just found. It's a trending top story here in Canada on Google, and I saw it and I looked down and couldn't believe what I was reading. Tim Hortons musical, and apparently Tim Hortons to stage a theatrical production loosely based around 2010 Sarnia, Ontario snowstorm. And I guess people had to go have their Timmies, so that's what this musical is going to be based on. So,
oh my!
I fucking know.
That's
like what?
Neil, that's so fucking Canadian.
Yes, yes.
No, it's worse than that. It's worse than just Canadian. I mean, seriously, if we were going to go with the life story of Tim Horton, might be interesting.
It's like if they made if they made like McDonald's the musical, like that would be the most American thing. Like this is the most Canadian.
But it starts in 1990.
It's called The Last Timbit is what it's called.
Oh man, no. Not the Timbit.
Timbits are great, man.
Is that a snack?
No, it's the donut holes.
It's a donut hole.
You say that like we have them here, Ali. Like
we don't have Timbits.
We
I don't speak Narnia or whatever you guys speak.
Very few speak Narnia. You guys have very
I have a Tim Hortons like a mile and a half from me.
Yeah, there are a few around in the U.S.
Yeah, we saw it. It was under construction. It was the first one in like the continental U.S.
I was so mad. I was like, I can't even get a Timmy's here. Fuck you.
Wait, you were that? Holy shit! You were like 5 blocks from my house when you saw that.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about the one that was at the center that we were at.
Yeah.
There's apparently one in the center.
There was one close. There was one closer to my house than that.
Oh.
Circling back to the joke about it, like the American equivalent, the McDonald's the musical, if that ever happens, they have to bring up like the 2016 Clown Apocalypse and Ronald McDonald getting shelved after that during the musical.
Who couldn't predict that?
Yeah,
right.
It's like Mr. Bill getting shot. Who didn't see Mr. Bill getting shot
with ICP like as a juggalo now? That's my headcanon for Ronald McDonald.
Didn't Grimace just go through something?
Oh, that old chestnut.
Fries, McFlurry, air and dirt, fucking magnets. How do they work?
I think Grimace was just Me Too'd or something.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the Hamburglar has been making claims for years. I'm glad someone started listening to him.
Dude, where did his 2 other arms go? He had 4 arms originally. They must be somewhere. So
wait, who
don't know?
Arms?
He might still be doing
Who had
shit
4
with his
arms?
other arms.
4 arms.
Grimace never
The
had
original
4 arms.
Grimace had 4 arms. Look it up.
No, he didn't.
Yes, look
First
it up.
Of all,
Prove me
some
wrong.
of us were alive when you want us to look shit up.
I'm just saying, Jen, you are.
I will post a link then. I'll do it for y'all. I'll do it for you.
I will allow that.
Now hold on.
Might have seen
Jen,
a picture of
Jen,
Grimace
Jen.
with 4 arms.
Now, Jen, let's clarify. Are you talking 4 arms like Goro or 4 appendages like 2 arms, 2 legs?
Yeah.
No,
Four
neither. It's fucked.
Okay.
Here, I'll copy the link
Okay,
for y'all.
you are right. Hold on, you are right because it says
what was that? What was that? I was what?
Hold on. There's a caveat to this. He was introduced as Evil Grimace, who had 4 arms, and then he changed to Grimace as we know him now.
So they cut the
2
evil
arms.
out of his like 2 extra arms,
Yes.
and now
That's
he's a
2
good
different
guy?
characters.
He
That's
probably
like
had a goatee.
Majin Buu and Kid Buu. It's 2
He had a
different things.
Basically,
Goatee.
used all 4 arms in the commercial at the time where he swiped all the cups from McDonald's
Poppity.
to stop anyone from having milkshakes.
My
Yeah,
favorite
he had-
is
his eyes
his
were
uncle
cups
who's
with-
part of the
with
IRA.
Pupils on springs. Those were his original eyes. Were some portion of a cup, of McDonald's cup, with pupils on springs.
By the way, I posted a link to
Yes,
an
I'm that
image
fucking
in the private chat if you want to pull it up. But in Canada Box, I don't know if you've heard about this from being from the island, but fucking
The soggy
Grimace's
one.
Irish uncle, right? Being part of the actor playing him being part of the IRA, and that's why they fucking deleted his
Yeah, Uncle O'Grimacy, they called him.
Yeah.
Uncle of Grimacy. Huh? Oh my God.
All right, I gotta go. I'm tired.
How many Y's are in Grimacy?
All of them.
All of
Bye,
them.
Swede. I'm sorry that I annoyed you to the point
It
of
was
that.
really good
It's
seeing
in-
you, Swede.
Yeah.
I can see you,
Oh,
sweet.
Swede, did you get hit by a tornado? I guess he did.
He
I,
just
um,
now lost power.
He said it was close. He said he had
Yeah.
some storms close by
There was
earlier.
So because I'm a weirdo and I like when people do weird stuff on the internet, this guy turned like this pickup truck into like this like tornado storm chasing vehicle. So I'm watching him weld all this bullshit on there. I'm like, this is fucking great. I fucking subscribe. This was almost a year ago. So then like all these tornadoes are like ripping through the Midwest. And then it's like live. He's got like 80,000 people watching him. I'm like, are you guys watching the truck? Like, what is, oh, he's in a tornado. It's like 5 or 6 funnel clouds in like 20 minutes. And I was like,
Mike-
Jesus fucking Christ.
Mikey, follow Pecos Hank. Pecos Hank.
Mm-hmm.
He does his own music. He's somehow not a pothead. One of those kind of people.
Okay.
He's
Doesn't
motivated
sound like
by
my kind of people.
Instagram.
Yeah, he's one of those people that everything about him reads pothead, except that he's not. He just wait a minute. How did you?
Oh, yeah. He's
not
got a bunch of
pothead?
storm videos.
And his music. He's in the band. It was actually he started with a music career, a reasonably successful music career, and then decided he'd rather chase tornadoes. Told his wife that he was dumping the band. Bought a Toyota and started chasing tornadoes.
Wow.
So he's just cool as fuck.
That's a flip of life. Yeah, it's going to change your life.
Yeah. How to get divorced.
I can help you with that one.
Remember
Is there
when I
much?
told you I was a musician and you were cool with that? How about I'm a photographer and now I chase tornadoes in a Toyota?
Is there money in the tornado chasing business?
Yeah, no, not much.
Yeah, no.
Depends on
I
the
can't
followers
see-
you can get on the internet.
I
80,000
suppose.
is a lot of
I
followers.
can't-
He was
I
doing
can't-
well enough as a musician that he definitely took a pay cut to chase tornadoes. And
I was about to
that's
say
saying
all the insurance claims from the storm damage on your vehicle, like every month, they must just be pounding them. You know what I mean?
I
Like
can't remember
another
who it is.
windshield.
He's got
another
it. No, he
dent,
literally has a
another scratch
contract
paint.
with a glass company nationwide that will cover some percentage of his glass, no matter where it
But
is.
Artie, my joke.
Smoosh.
I think you should
It
combine
was,
the two.
too true, man. It wasn't off base enough. You needed to go further with
They
the
got
joke.
They got the Jake from State Farm riding shotgun. He's like, this is quicker. This
There
is
you
just
go.
quicker.
Now we're talking.
He needs to combine the two passions.
I'm just gonna ride with.
He needs to make music, but like he needs to make music videos in the center of a tornado.
That's
that would be sick as fuck.
Fern.
What was the guy? The Geico guy, the Chaos.
Oh, Mayhem.
Mayhem. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit over here without my seatbelt on.
That was like the most when I was DJing when those commercials came out. That was like the number one for boys and girls fucking Halloween costume. Everyone put on a fucking suit and put on the pink headband and like some weights or something, and they were all the little distraction. Or they had like an oversized cell phone. Everyone was Mayhem. I was like, okay, and then they would just like get all dressed up and then just like fuck their hair up. I'm like, all right, guys, what y'all call? What you guys all call
I
each
just
other?
have to go to bed to fuck my hair up. I wake up in the morning and I look like fucking mad scientist from hell.
Just all sticking out sideways.
My hair naturally gets fucked up, and I don't even get any rest.
My hair looks like that when I wake up. It looks like this when I go to bed.
When I have sleep paralysis, my hair looks like this.
I have apnea, so I.
Who's the fucking human that's Carnage? I look like him, except with black hair instead of red hair.
Oh, yeah, Woody Harrelson played him.
Carnage.
Fuck, what the hell's his name? Yeah.
How great would it be if we had Woody Harrelson as 007?
No.
Come on, man. I mean, I like pretend. I like the $10 words too.
Christopher Walken.
Owen Wilson.
Christopher Walken.
No.
Owen Wilson would show
Owen Wilson and Woody Harrelson together just because they both smoke too much weed.
Wow.
Cletus Cassidy. That's his name.
Cletus Cassidy. I knew it was something like generic serial killer name.
Oh, goody. I'm getting all these new names here now. Yeah, we got Neil the 604 Mad Scientist, Neil the 604 Hungover Biker. Or if you're a kid and you see me at Disneyland, you automatically think I'm part of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah. Sure. Extra.
This kid asked me that.
Do the people on the street ever just walk past you and go, extra?
No.
I mean, there are a lot of movies getting filmed in Vancouver, so I just
there was one just around the right outside here.
Was it a pirate movie?
Final Destination.
People walk past you going extra.
Hold on, Neil. Did you just say Final Destination? If they're shooting a Final Destination movie by my house, I'm moving.
That's the appropriate.
Keep the whole neighborhood. I don't want it. I do not want to live here no more. Fucking logs falling through the shit. Every time I have to get behind a fucking logging truck, it is, or a truck with those steel beams on there, it is palpable sweat. I'm like, oh shit.
So you're going to be driving some post-apocalyptic fucking vehicle from like Mad Max or something. Is that what you're
no, I will
just in case.
I will pull over to get from being behind that truck. I will slow down and get the fuck away from that truck so I can get around side him. You're not dropping no beam through my fucking windshield.
Oh, yeah, that's a great scene.
One thing I gotta say about the Final Destination series is I know Tony Todd is known as Candyman, right? But his performances in the first two are fucking great as a mortician.
Yeah, they are. And those are the only ones I ever saw was the first two. After that, I'm like, oh, this is just redundant.
Out of curiosity,
I
didn't even know there were
six. About the
6.
creative kills. I mean,
how many of us know a mortician in our lives?
I don't think I do.
And a coroner. I know a coroner and a mortician.
All right. How many of us know a mortician that doesn't smoke pot?
Can't say that.
Well, so 2 out of 2 say they don't know a mortician who doesn't smoke pot.
Yeah, no, it's just I have met several in the area where I live.
I mean, I'm sure I'll eventually know a mortician. It's just not going to be in my lifetime.
I will admit this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You ever seen the giant glass bowls, like vessels?
I have giant glass balls.
I'm gonna go with vessel. I'm gonna say vessel. That they used to use to embalm. They're literally like 30-gallon fucking upside down thimbles made out of glass. And raging pothead, chemist, worked as an embalmer. He turned 2 of these into a fish tank, and he had he was fucking psychotic. He had a twisted tube that went through the middle, and he would heat that to use the heat as a pump to go through the filter that he had made that dumped into the other tank, and then was the draw from. It was the coolest fucking thing. Yeah, kid was like 23 years old. I was like, Jesus Christ! And you work in the basement of a who? Maybe that's best where you be. I mean, thank God you're working with glass and not something that explodes.
For all of you fighting game nerds, Evo is live in Tokyo right now.
Oh, shit. I am an eye specialist thanks to tons of mice there, Ollie. I know I even have a diagram where I can show the kids all about how eyes work.
Yep.
So, there you
go. I ate all those eyes.
Me too.
I got so stoned, and I was just like,
out of context,
what am I doing?
I was there, and I had the context, and it's so little horrific.
Just a box of eyes.
Okay. The next thing. Okay. What I don't
Tons
ever
of mice sent them to me. Well, how bad could it have been?
I don't ever want to hear about you guys eating
Where do you
eyes.
think you got the tons of eyes from?
I want some fucking eyes. I just want some eyes. Put me on the eye list.
They're very yummy.
I scream. You scream. We all scream in the terrible house fire.
I just want eyes.
Because video games are fun, Native Atheists. That's why. That's also why do adults have Lego? Because Lego's fucking awesome, and there's a pile of it right over there.
Because they hurt when we step on them, but if we put them in a pile that looks just like this, it's very fucking cool.
I've gone down the Lego YouTube community rabbit hole, and like the amount of people who gatekeep over illegal building techniques is like,
it's silly. It's silly.
Gatekeeping.
Let people fucking build whatever the fuck they want. Who cares?
I think certain things should be gate kept.
Nope, I'm with you.
Lego mocks should not be.
Give me your list. First 5, first 3. First
classical music.
Wait, you should gatekeep classical music?
Yeah, because everyone thinks that they can make whatever they want and it's noise. So if you don't know how to read and write music, you shouldn't make music.
Wait a minute. What?
It's not music. It's just noise.
David Grohl can't read or write music.
But he's not doing classical music.
He can write music. He can write a song.
No, he can't write. He literally can't write music.
I hear what you're saying, the semantic thing you're saying. I'm saying he could still put together a song through his sheer grit and hard work through it.
So what is semantic reading of music?
He can write music, like he can create music. He can spawn music without having that ability because he's of a generation where
I'm just trying to bend your brain the other direction. So what does it mean to?
You didn't finish the question.
I did the first time I asked it.
But I mean, I'm tired of bad music, and music is really hard.
I am absolutely with you.
But it's totally worth the effort. I think more people should be into more classical stuff. You should challenge yourself with the music you listen to. It shouldn't just be party music all the time. It shouldn't just be white noise all the time. It's human speak. It's important for all of us.
You should know more than one of the planets.
Speaking of music, Mikey, I sent you lyrics on working on through Twitter.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning it now, just because I just remembered. AI music is the future, man. AI art and AI music's gonna democratize creativity for the layman.
Yeah,
if you're not gonna work as a skill, you can't call yourself skilled. That's my fucking thing. The modern idea that AI is going to They always use the same fucking phrase.
Same argument was made when synthesizers and keyboards came out, and
no, it's completely different because you still have to put the
input
into those.
It's not.
Yeah, we know that now, Jen, but that's not how it was thought to begin.
It's still technology pushing the boundaries of a sound.
I would argue because I do MIDI compositions all the time. You still need an idea of how to compose music if you're going to use MIDI Man, I'm sorry, I'm getting heated.
All right.
Calm down. Let me find my inner
glass of water.
Okay, but no, hear me out, right? With MIDI synthesizers, right? You still need to be able to compose the music. With AI, you can just plug in a script and an AI voice will generate it in whatever fucking style you fucking want. That's not art. That's not music. It's just an AI fucking piecing together everything that's already been built upon by the rest of humanity, by the rest of people who have a creative soul, and it's just mashing it together poorly.
Jen, I just thought of it. It's Wally putting makeup on himself in the mirror, just saying pretty, 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 pretty. Like, that's what it is. It's Wally in the mirror with makeup.
I am willing to let club music completely be turned over to AI because I've never been able to distinguish it from that anyway.
I'll play you some stuff after this. If you guys want to hang out for the after party.
Good question by Fern here.
Yeah.
If I enjoyed the experience, does it matter if it's AI?
Yes.
There's a corollary question to that, which is what happens when we really genuinely can't tell the difference?
A lot of people can't tell already.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people voted for Trump.
Yeah.
That's true too.
I think the experience needs to be genuine, because if I tell you a bunch of shit, like you're going to get all your relatives back after you die, and it's bullshit, but you feel better about it, did I harm you?
People paid to see Michael Jackson's ghost perform on a stage.
Well, that was a hologram. At least that was something that they would visually see.
Yeah, those things haven't existed since
even if
Disney
it's just
invented them in 1972.
Even if it's just photons, those photons were real at least.
Everything is photons.
Okay, well, here's a better example, right? So going back to the question, if I enjoyed the experience, doesn't matter. What about like fucking AI ghosts of George Carlin, right?
What?
You're now
I saw that.
You're puppeteering a corpse. You're puppeteering like someone's like fucking
image if he's not
to
being
make money
angry,
off of them by using computer
it was
bullshit.
really good. It was really, some guy did like an AI George Carlin like bit. It sounds it reads like him. It sounds like he wrote it. It's very good. It's very good.
I don't like that.
I literally will tell you that it doesn't sound like that because I genuinely saw him like 75 days before he died.
I think you'd have to watch it first, no?
I have seen it.
But the other thing is that this technology is very early still. We're still looking at very early iterations of this.
My point is that the things that George was talking about right before his death aren't things that an AI would have picked up on. An AI is not going to think that George Carlin's going to tell a joke about how a man sticking a needle through his ear to put in an earring is mutilation. But fucking said it.
NetOneHeroes.com.
I can remember getting into a discussion with a photographer a few years ago who was saying like, "Oh, this digital photography stuff isn't going to catch on. The real photographers still use film, and it's never going to happen." And similarly in music production, you can now get plug-in versions of classic hardware, bits of musical equipment, and they're virtualized on the computer. And a while ago, the purists were saying it's never going to catch on. It's never going to work. Unfortunately,
let me challenge you on that for a sec, because I think at first when it came out, it sounded like a piano, like a MIDI piano sounded nothing like any sort of actual wooden instrument. There was not even close.
Right.
You can still tell now, but it is still an enjoyable piano tone without it being, you know what I'm saying, a baby grand or something like that. So you can still.
You can genuinely pick a size and brand of piano on your keyboard now.
I'm not convinced you can tell if it's one of the really large sample libraries. It's like 250 gigabytes of multi-sample piano craziness.
80 microphones per string.
Yeah. Every. I mean, I know some guys who were involved
striking it with glass hammers.
Sample piano. They took 6 months over it. Like every note hit had 100 different hardnesses and all put together. It's very difficult to tell.
And then we got to pull the pedal out. Oh, that's going to be another 6 months at least.
Yeah, that's why we don't allow that to happen in competition.
No sustained pedals on the field.
I think here's my argument for why I hate like generative AI like bullshit. Right? Is technique-wise, humans will always be more creative and will always be able to expand and push the boundaries further than AI will be able to.
Of course.
Until they eat our brains.
Humans came up with AI, so we,
Yeah.
Like, I just don't like when I hear AI music or when I see AI art, I can just feel the lack of soul behind it. And I'm not talking about like the metaphysical properties of soul. I mean like the human emotion behind it, you know, like the secular idea of creative soul.
Again,
right?
Isn't that the whole problem with the Matrix?
Ali.
No.
Ali.
Put down the hot knives, man. What are you talking about?
The biggest problem is that the batteries are getting low.
Ali smoked the blue pill.
Ollie's enjoying the steak. Screw it. I'm going to enjoy this steak.
Smoke the blue pill.
Put the blue pill under his tongue.
No, it's the blue pipe, Mike.
What happens if you do both the red and the blue pill at the same time?
Oh my god, Omega Brain. Just
Purple rain. You just hear purple rain as you fall asleep.
I love Fern's comment in the chat about someone being blown away by the resolution of some pictures. It was just real film.
My friend Crash, who was a professional photographer, turned drunker. He did a promo shoot for Heineken during the Olympics, and when he turned the work in the text, we were blown away by the resolution.
Viva la resolution! Oh, sorry.
I used to be a pointillist, and now I'm a resolutionist.
I'm really surprised that some camera like Kodak didn't take that.
Sorry, art joke.
Viva la resolution, really,
Yeah,
Kodak?
someone missed a trick there, right?
Yeah, that's a missed marketing opportunity if there ever was one.
Yeah, because Kodak is famous for catching on to the market opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
If you guys
literally, my friend that lives downstairs, worked for Kodak until they had to shut down because everything.
Yeah, it's like a Xerox repair guy. Didn't see it coming.
My favorite joke about Kodak is from one of the Aladdin spin-off movies, and the genie is like, "Oh, this is a Kodiak moment. Oh, someone get this bear out of here."
That's your favorite joke?
Okay.
About Kodak. There's not a lot of Kodak material out there. I'm sorry. I'm not surfing through the internet. Best Kodak Canon fucking jokes of 2019, boys.
Look, I had to ask. It's kind of a shit joke.
It's funnier when it's fucking Robin Williams speaking and there's a fucking bear animated.
There was a good song. Mama don't take my Kodachrome away.
Speaking of songs,
yeah,
Viva la Resolution is a song by Las Ruinas.
Ruinas,
yes. It's like ruin with an AS at the end of it. So, and it was done in 2017. So somebody picked up on that.
Somebody.
Well, they owe us some. Well, someone owes us money.
Yeah,
that was our idea.
Or wait, we might owe them.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I owe somebody like 28 cents.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed.
Yeah.
Shit, someone get reverse flash in here. We need
somebody
to
shut him up.
re-edit
Shut up.
He's getting too close to the truth. And we're back. Nothing to see here. No copyright strikes.
Nothing happened
at all.
Nothing happened.
No need to look anywhere for any reason.
Damn thing.
At all.
The truth is out there.
No, it isn't.
Back when my hair was shorter, like the length it is on what's his name, Shea Guerrero or whatever.
You had short hair.
Shea
Yeah,
Guevara?
when it was shorter like that, they said I looked like him. They said, and somebody actually put a picture at the end of the hallway where I used to live.
Was it dark still?
And I kind of look at him going, yeah, I kind of do kind of look like him. At that time. Yeah, it was dark hair at the time, yes.
Yeah, you're a lot more Che without the gray.
Yes, my hair was dark at one time, Marty.
You know what to say?
Neil came out with perfect silver hair.
What year was that? 1873.
It's
Something
so
like
funny. His hair is fucking magical. He has beautiful flowing gray hair. I am older than him.
Not by that much.
Not by much. But
So
it's more than a year. I mean, it's more than a year.
I wish I still had long hair. My hair just turned into dreadlocks naturally, and I had to cut them out because I
Because they
just
turn
don't want to
into
deal with the
dreadlocks.
Blue and red pills were Tide Pods, apparently.
That's what
No, those were blue and orange, like Broncos.
Apparently, Che Guevara was a good chess player as well.
Well,
Share
we didn't
screen
know-
for the Viva la
and
Red. No, I
Hitler
don't want
was
to
a
share
great
screen.
painter of dogs and landscapes.
Yeah, I know.
But what's the point of playing chess when AI has already mastered chess?
If that had happened,
Alma says back off, Artie.
Back off.
has there been? Yeah, come on, please. What has there been a program that can beat any human at chess?
The current chess master is a fucking computer, dude.
And a
what
human
makes
will
the
never beat
mus-
them again.
And what makes the muskrat guard his musk? Courage.
Viagra.
That's all we got against these machines.
the best a human can hope for against the machine now is stalemate,
But
right?
I thought AI would like do all the menial, boring jobs that we didn't want, so it would
Like
free up
pure
the
erectile
economy for us
dysfunction.
to be able to pursue passions and shit. But no, instead they're fucking using AIs to take over our passions, and we're still doing all the fucking boring shit.
We
You're
can't
gonna be
get
out-
AI to pick fucking lettuce, but we
You
can get
know-
it to tell us how to live our lives.
You're gonna be out picking lettuce, and they're gonna be our
Exactly.
overlords.
My
It's gonna be some
cabbages!
computer-
You're going to be a battery.
Yeah.
Matrix.
Yeah.
I like Futurama.
No, I don't have much energy
on
left.
that,
They're not
the
going to
Death
get much
Star,
out of me.
or of a near Death Star,
It's-
where like
it's-
all the
well,
old
no,
people are in a retirement home in the virtual reality and being
We're
used
going
as
to
a
be broken
battery.
down and
we
fed to
are
a
we are
battery.
15 months away from living red barchetta.
I don't know what that means.
That's a great
It's a Rush song.
by
It's a
Rush.
song. Okay,
Yeah.
18 months is a little extreme.
I think you're a little, yeah. I don't think we're
All right,
that
there's silent trees.
apocalyptic yet. I don't.
6 years, 3 months, and 27 days.
There you go.
Cars.
How precise? 19 minutes and 42 seconds.
Boom, 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 boom.
Now
The year 2010, the machines took over.
it's a song
They
about a
started
car.
with our artwork and our
It's
music
called
and our freedom of
Easy.
expression.
Red Barchetta.
There was only
Yeah.
one human able to resist, and that human's name was John.
Calm
Carter.
down, Artie.
Sorry.
The machines sent back their own robotic Michelangelo to stop my child in the 80s. This is Terminator. We're living.
Fuck are you going on? Oh,
Yeah,
I
see,
see
this
that.
would be great if I was still singing the intro to Red Barchetta.
See, then I'll go get the guitar and we'll have the whole song going.
Yeah,
the bass. It's a good little bass line.
Sorry,
I was going to say something earlier. I forgot what
that's
it
right. I'm a moving pictures fan.
Here's some truth.
was. What you got there?
If the annoying orange wins again, then the extinction will come faster.
That's true enough. I'm afraid that's why the Christians are voting for him.
I don't know.
He's not
I
even
don't.
campaigning anymore though, because he's stuck with like all of these criminal court cases, and he's absolutely flat broke right now from all of them. This is confirmed. So
Yeah,
he
broke
can't. He doesn't even have enough money to fucking campaign.
He does. He's not.
Well, he's
No,
not
he
doing it
doesn't.
currently. Joe Biden's out there actually going to fucking rallies and shit.
Well,
Donald
first of all,
Trump is just, like,
he's literally in felony court, so not showing up doesn't look good in front of a jury of your peers.
I
Yeah,
get what you're
sure.
saying, but on his days off,
The judge said
he does-
you
and he
will
has
appear
had
every
days off.
morning.
On his days
Yeah.
off, instead of campaigning, what he's doing is he's playing golf and ordering like 300 fucking
He plays
milkshakes
golf.
from KFC or whatever the fuck, or no, Chick-fil-A.
I have established at this point that the man plays golf because fewer people can smell him when he shits himself.
I've heard that courtroom has become quite pungent.
Yeah, I've heard that his legal counsel has asked for him to be
Made him wear a necklace made out of little trees. Is that what you're saying?
Can we
Garlic cloves.
sequester him somewhere?
But just think about
lawyer,
the sponsorship
Mr.
deal
Plant-
he can do. It depends if he wins, man. He
No, he's gonna need something with carbon.
Dude, his
official
lawyer-
diaper for the president. I mean,
This is America's butt.
His lawyer, Mr. Blanche, is fighting a war on two fronts. On
So when
one
you're
side
having
of
a
him,
front
he has
and the
Donald
back.
Trump gassing him. On the
So
other
when-
side, Justice Merchan is saying he's losing all credibility. The guy probably can't think straight because he's inhaling the fucking methane pollution coming out of the fucking
Raw
orange
sulfur coming out of the back end of that guy.
Depends for when you're having a coup, but you don't have time to stop.
Right,
that's
exactly.
the one. Yeah.
With the thing that cracks me up, well, it's not funny, but it's funny to me. The thing that makes it funny to me is that he's not taking solid shits because everyone would see that fucking rabbit trail. So what he's having is,
Oh boy.
I
Yeah,
need
okay.
the neuralizer
All right.
after you said he's not taking
Go
solid
there.
shits, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
Put a
god, dog! I
disclaimer
need
down
to
at the
Men in
bottom.
Black just
what he's having is a bowel movement
Just
that can be
don't go there.
retained by a filter.
Just don't go there.
It's not good. Yeah.
Maybe we should get him one of those.
Woo,
ear
that's the
suits
same
from,
right there, man.
From Dune.
Yeah.
Right. With the tube that goes to the nose. If we could put the tube to his nose,
Where
We
does
could
Trump
just
still
do
sue?
all this in.
We need
could
to
we
get
make
Trump
him
to
stop? If we could put the tube to his nose, could we make him stop?
I just say, you know, I'm like Timothy Chalamet up in this bitch, you know.
I
I'm
really-
wearing the still suit.
I really-
I'm dying in the
I learned
desert.
Oh,
Your Honor, I'd love to bash you and your daughter, but my hands are tied
I was-
here.
I was gonna be mad that
I
you
think-
called me crazy earlier, but no, I can't help myself.
I think every day
What?
Trump kind of reveals himself a little bit more like Bobby Boucher's dad at the end of Waterboy. When he just comes like screeching out of the car, like, "Hey, Bobby, it's your daddy, Roboito." And it's like, "Oh, what's going on?" He's like, "Hi, Daddy." I guess like it's just getting a little weirder every time he comes out of that little room. He's just like winded and shit. Doesn't know what time it is. He's like, "Fucking, where are we?"
What?
Fucking shit.
That sounds like
Hey,
me
Hey,
every time I come out of the bathroom.
rigged. Okay. Where the
People
fuck-
are
I'm
trying to say
winded
that
and
he's like
don't know
on
what day
Xans
it
or
is.
whatever, like falling asleep in the courtroom. But he goes in there so high energy. He comes out so high energy. I think he just doesn't give a shit.
I like how he
He's
turned,
bored.
what was it, General Lee? He turned General Lee into an Irishman the other day. Me boys are going uphill. Me boys are going. He was talking about the fucking Civil War.
Oh
General,
dear.
The
General
Civil
Lee.
War, you know,
It's-
great people on both sides. You know, they don't like to talk about the one side, but great people, both sides. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He's such a nitwit.
Yeah, eventually Coke wears off.
It doesn't
And
last
then you do
forever.
another
That's-
bump.
It doesn't last forever. That's how they get you.
Yeah, I was listening to someone saying like if you're taking certain like opiates like stop you going, right? But speed makes you go. So there you go. It's completely consistent.
Remedy
Gotta-
McLee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can poo while you coo.
Yeah.
And Alma said it right. He doesn't need a diaper because all the shit is coming out of his mouth.
That's
But
so
you
true.
know what? Those diapers did need to be there on
Facial
January 6th.
diaper.
They did need those diapers on January 6th because whoever trifling ass put shit on the walls of the Capitol,
Yeah.
you little nasty
Fuck.
cretins. Why are you over there
Unbelievable.
smearing shit?
Oh, but MAGA's not a
See?
cult. I just called them a
Not just a cult, but a
Freudian
disgusting
slip
ass.
right there.
Yeah,
A
the fact is
disgusting
that
ass.
MAGA is a cunt.
You hang out with too
Uneducated,
many-
How
uncivilized.
dare
That's-
you
you know what
say
that is?
otherwise?
You know what that is? That's being around. That's being around UK people too much. They do that to you because us Americans would never say that, but we hang out with you.
No,
you
I am
Brits,
fine.
and you
using
guys
the
make
word
us
cunt.
say horrible things.
I have found myself in trouble for the use of that word occasionally.
I am fine with the use of the word cunt. My girlfriend is not a fan of any of my cursing, but she's definitely not a fan of my use of the word cunt. But I don't tend to
I didn't
use it.
think blow up dolls had opinions, Artie.
Yeah, I was wondering, man, that giraffe shouldn't be talking to you that way.
Now he definitely hates me.
Coke wears off, but leaves you with a gaping asshole.
I thought it was just poppers.
He did not say that.
Sorry, I couldn't resist, man. You pretty much
How long,
fucking
dude,
gift wrap that one for me.
yeah, we've known each other since I was in my 40s. I've known you for 2 heart attacks.
There's a new way to measure time, people.
Like
how long you know that guy? 3 or 4 cardiacs.
2 out of 3.
Oh, they're talking goatsy in the chat right now.
Oh,
my
God, come on!
I'm telling you,
Goatsy?
our chat is dipped.
Goatsy.
Oh no!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait,
Fuck is
goats.
goatsy?
You don't know the classic internet troll, the Goatsy link?
Yeah, I'm not
So-
clicking on anything for the rest of the week.
Doorknob had 3 posts up, says Coke wears off, but leaves you with a gaping asshole, and then that leads to goatsy flashbacks. 3 posts down from that,
All right.
and I'll just bow out at that point. Say,
No,
there you
no,
go.
I have no idea what this is.
just
Good.
I'm too
and,
sober for this.
we, ju-
and it's
Sorry,
good that
Alma.
you don't.
we just need a picture. That's all. Just
Way to derail everything, Fern.
Way to go, Fern.
let there be a sign.
Well,
It was me, Neil. It was me all along. I'm the one who referenced Ghost.
Before there was Rickroll.
I feel like every single week I come back with a new callback joke. I'm sorry. I need new material.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is your callback the callback?
Well, you know how I got the name callback, right? Well, this one time on the Atheist Experience.
One time at band camp. Oh,
Yeah.
Dude,
Remember?
let me tell you something about band camp. As a kid who survived 4 band camps, all 4 years.
earmuffs, people. Earmuffs. Sorry.
Dude, there is no there's the normal high school kids doing high school kid stuff, but it is not this big. Let me make a joke about it. Levels amounts of sex like that is that. Dude, you know how fucking sweaty you are after being outside in the fucking grass.
Hang on.
For fucking 13 and a half hours, fucking baking in the hot sun. Ain't nobody trying to touch nobody's nothing. We're all showering. We have all lost 6 pounds of water today. Like everyone has a gallon of water that you have to drink every day because you're gonna sweat that much.
Jesus.
Oh fuck! I remember playing the triangle was hard.
You know what the difference between him talking about band camp and me thinking about band camp is? They had water they had to drink.
Well, I mean, you could not do it, and then we just pick you up, and then when you woke up, we'd say, "Okay, would you like to drink the water now?"
Yeah, that's how we knew you were thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
In 1983, you weren't thirsty unless you're naked,
Like
wrinkled,
like
crispy ass.
because
No,
like
Mikey,
our whole
I was still trying to touch people.
see, like everyone thinks that they can go
Bird's
past
nasty.
that. Everyone thinks they can get past that limit, but when you yourself are just a sweat monster, you're just made out of sweat. Like you're just a big sweat.
Especially
You don't want to be touched. You don't want to touch
That's
anybody
when
else.
it's the slippriest.
Yeah, as a teen,
No,
you're
no.
glistening more than just
The
the
sweat's-
water. You're
The sweat's not slippery anymore.
Yeah, you're-
Ollie, it's sticky, because it's got
can-
dirt in it.
you
It's
can
just
wax
not
the
good.
car with your breasts.
Land camp.
Land camp. That's much different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
Fucking Halo 1 tournament.
nobody ever shoved a mellophone up their pussy.
Combat Evolved.
I'm sorry. What? What's
My,
that?
my experience in,
What? In
my
the who now?
experience in band camp, I was part of the AI sector. So, my best friend was an XLR8.
Yeah, we had a Zoom band camp.
Yeah,
I
I imagined that I was marching.
Touch me with your gentle soft fronds.
I got mock dehydrated.
Holy fuck, you guys.
I totally.
Oh, but I will say this: it's all that sweat that I lost.
You were
Which
trying to
is-
retain that sweat.
Well, hold on. That's why I want to gatekeep. Because I paid the price.
Sweaty.
I paid.
Oh, I see. I see.
I paid in blood, sweat, and tears. But
I paid the.
sweat and tears.
Remember
And
in
frauds.
Game of Thrones when they're like the weirdo incestuous island people? They're like, oh, we pay the iron price. Yeah, that's what I pay.
How are you going to tie
the
this
iron
back
price.
to Bandcamp?
It already.
You know what's sad? Our chat is funnier than we are.
Now, Neil, if we didn't exist to not be funny, would they be funny relative?
Where's their inspiration, Neil?
Well, Neil, if they're so
is that
funny,
what
why
it
aren't
is?
they on the show?
Go with that.
All right, that's okay. We're posting a link in the chat then. That way they can just join.
Why don't the funniest people get links? Huh?
Maybe it's a conspiracy.
Well, I'm out here
probably
bearing my heart to the world, trying to show my creative side, trying to make you laugh, and nobody's laughing at me.
I hate that voice. That's my least favorite.
Oh, God. We're not laughing at you, Jim. We're laughing
Is
with
it
you.
Spanish?
Okay, we're laughing at you.
What?
I'd rather people laugh at me. And
Like tapas from Barcelona. We went to Barcelona and got the tapas. Is it that kind of Spanish?
The tapas?
I've been there.
Barcelona?
I've not been to Barcelona.
Did you have the tapas in Barcelona?
No, because I was like 13 and I was very picky, and I really regret not just eating everything they gave me. Like, oh, what's this? Yum yum.
Yeah,
Ooh, what's
Artie.
this? Yum yum. I was very.
That was not Spanish.
Oh,
I
I'm gonna get you.
I beg your pardon.
Barcelona.
Barcelona, it's Spanish. It's fuck.
I thought they say it there.
Are you going on the Spanish lisp joke routine? Because I did the Mad Hatter voice.
No, it's Catalan. The is pronounced.
It is. If you say it there, that's how they say it.
Yeah,
for real.
Trust me, I had a semester of it beaten into me by the woman that wouldn't stop grinding.
It's so funny because my wife speaks Spanish pretty good, and mine's okay. I can read better than I can talk, and I can listen okay. But then if we went on the cruise, right, and then we were in Cozumel, which is Mexico, which is fine. But then in Rotan and Belize, anytime that we had to speak, and Belize they speak English, but there were some Spanish speakers. So any Spanish we speak outside of the States or with anybody who's not from the States, we have dirty Mexican accents. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? It was like, you talk like Mexicans. I was like, I guess we would talk like Mexicans. But.
All right, I'm not going to talk about myself. I apologize. I was going to talk about how great I was at speaking Spanish back when
I'm not going to talk about myself, but I'm going to talk about myself.
I admittedly talked about myself.
Absolutely.
Okay, there's actually someone I want to talk
myself, you prick.
There's someone I want to talk about. Cat in the Box. As another cat-themed content creator on the internet. Finish the quote. If I sit. As another cat-themed content creator, because I'm Undead Meowth. Okay. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi. Okay. Finish the quote. If I sits, I fits. You fucked up the quote. You're cat.
No, you fucked up the quote because you said the sits part first.
Yes, if I fits, I sits.
I sits.
Time is not linear, my friend. Let me explain to you. Where's my camera at?
All right.
I don't know how to. How do I make this uncomfortable?
I would like for a
pretty much like that.
On which one of us?
I feel like the Batman who laughs now. I'm the Batman who cringed.
Stop yelling.
This is correct. I am a snow Mexican, apparently.
Yeah, that is how that works.
The northern snow Mexican.
Snow Mexican with
snow Mexicans up here. Hey, don't talk about us snow Mexicans that way, okay?
But actually, no.
The snow Cubans.
Cat in the Box. I actually did have a question for real, though. For real.
Why do you think we loved going to Cuba? You guys weren't there. You boycotted Cuba, and all the Canadians were like, right on. No idiots.
Can we please stop with the boycott of fucking Cuba? I really want to go to Cuba.
Yeah, I think the snow Cuban thing
I think we're done. I think we're done, right? We're all done. Everybody, we're done. Okay, we're done. We're done with the ban on Cuba. Okay, Cuba, come on out.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to remember that white
Cuba, from
Republicans
behind the stage.
still control almost half of this country. That's the only reason anybody gives a fuck banning anything from Cuba.
Think of the cigars, though.
I know.
Yeah, no,
I had
they-
one the other
And
day.
the rum,
The ones that control that shit are smoking them.
all
one-
the good,
Oh,
all the good doctors,
So I'll
because
be
they
real with
actually
you.
get free college for their doctors.
I'll be real with you. Me being from Ybor, from the Ybor area, from Cigar City, right? Cuban cigars, pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
That's all I'm gonna fucking say. They're better than like normal cigars.
they're better than Honduran cigars.
I've never had a Honduran cigar. I've had American cigars and I've had Cuban cigars, and that's pretty much
Most
like
most
the
of the-
nadir of my fucking experience. But I want to talk to the guests. You guys have ignored the guests this whole time. I'm so sorry, Cat in the Box.
You're
You've
doing
been
it.
invited on it. This is your show. You're supposed to be the
Jen,
bookie here.
Jen,
And you've been
Jen,
silent and left
Jen.
to the wolves.
Hey Jen, some of us have headphones on, and we'd like to keep our ears in the same shape as they started this call on.
I know I look stupid, but I don't need to be.
You just don't have to.
Anyways,
You can
can
do
of
whatever
box,
you want,
can
just
of box.
not as loud.
That last rap,
Cat in the
put this drum, your drum into this your drum. Now they're reversed, so I'm hearing everything backwards.
Well, your camera's
out of phase.
My mic is-
You're out of phase.
Loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Cat in a Box. What is your typical content style? Because I think this is the first time I've interacted with you ever.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. So my memes are distinctively uncat-like. In fact, they're nothing to do with cats. They're all generally to do with flaws in Christian theology.
I was gonna go with unknowable. Was gonna be my answer for you, but I didn't have time to send it to you in the chat.
talk.
Unknowable.
Yeah. So yeah, they're kind of talking points. They're like, so I'll give you an example of one. This is something I haven't heard discussed very much. So I sometimes will ask Christians if there's free will in heaven. Like what they say yes. So can you sin in heaven? What happens if you get to heaven and you
Oh no.
you kind of you fuck your neighbor's wife, or you steal,
Shakunk.
or you lie, right? And they say, well, there's no sin in heaven. So you say, well, okay, if there's no
So
sin
then
in
doing
heaven,
that isn't a sin?
right? Well,
All right.
what they say, you're not inclined to sin in heaven,
She's down.
right?
Oh,
Not inclined to sin in heaven. So once
So it's
you
all
get
good.
to heaven, you still have free will, but you're not inclined to sin. So like, cool, okay. So God is really cool, right? God can make it that way. Yeah. So why didn't he just do that on earth? Just make it that way here.
There's
Right?
only
We have free will. We're not inclined to sin. Then you don't have to worry about sacrificing and nailing people to trees and saving souls and all of these. Just forget about all of that. So those are the kind of things that I make memes about. Those kind of things.
So
but zombie Jesus.
Zombie Jesus.
Do you have any would you be like would you consider yourself like someone who would like debate with like Christians? Like my personal style, for example, what I'm trying to like ask the question about, but I'm fumbling and I'm shit at it because I got brain damage right now. But is like because I personally do response content to like other people's videos, right? So do you actually like interact with people? Because like I want to branch out. I'm finally coming back to YouTube. I want more friends to collaborate with. So
yeah, it's fun. It's
fuck all these people to that side of me. You know, I already know all of them. I want to hear about you.
Well, then let
thank
them
you.
talk.
No, I enjoy interacting with people on there. The thing is that it pretty quickly normally kind of goes south and turns into disingenuous nonsense. It's quite rare to find theists who are. I can find theists to have good faith conversations with, but not online. Like I have friends who are Christians, and we have interesting conversations. And even if we can't align our worldviews, we can do it respectfully, and we can elucidate where we disagree, and we can kind of flesh it out. And it's respectful, even if we don't reach a kind of consensus. Online is a kind of self-selected group of douchebags mainly, and it's unusual to find someone that you can have a really productive thing. So it normally ends up descending into less
chaos.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, I see it as sport. I see it as fun.
There's always the J.J. Thomasons of the world.
One thing I have to ask, and anyone can answer this because it's kind of open ended, is how do y'all deal
45.
with like repeating the same exact fucking arguments over and over again? I've been doing this from 2013, and like the fucking clockmaker, the fucking everything's creation, fucking DNA, literally code, like all of these fucking arguments that Christian apologetics makes get recycled every 3 or 5 years. So I'm just curious what other content creators, how they fucking stay motivated. That's why I left 3 years ago, because it's like I'm just repeating the same shit.
Yeah, it is. A lot of it just gets fucking new people hear the same old bullshit and they think it's original and they try to use
for
it
2,000 years. Here's one of my favorite thoughts.
for 2,000 years.
Is there any other field of study in human history? Name one other field of study that has another field of study follow behind it and sweep up all the bullshit like apologetics does to theology.
Literally called apologetics.
There isn't. Yeah. There is not one other field of study that has another field follow behind it.
We're sorry. Our arguments are so inept.
I would say that people in like
HR,
the vacuum industry, maybe they have a broom come sweep up behind them. I don't know. Oh, a barber.
That joke sucked.
The barber industry.
There we go. The literal version of that.
There's one that I have to throw my hat in the ring, and that's Trump's PR team sweeping up behind him as he.
Oh, that's just the Shriners at the end of the parade.
Yeah. And with the apologetics, the thing is, like, there's zero knowledge production, right? So if you think of the concept of knowledge production, there is no knowledge production. There's no research. They talk about research. Well, they're not generating any new knowledge about anything. It's just repackaging old bullshit to appear more palatable, or with a veneer of science or respectability, or it's
well, the thing I've observed too about it, right, is you almost have to recycle beliefs at that point, because whereas science is ever changing, because we challenge our own ideas, we challenge our own biases and assumptions, and we test them constantly. You can't really retest Christianity to strengthen your faith, because it's a conservative doctrine that is based on like hard value beliefs that this is the inerrant word of God. So you have to like frame everything towards it, and eventually you just repeat the same bullshit. And so I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna start doing at this point. Probably just like bigotry content, but like I don't think I can do Christian content anymore because I'm tired of talking about fucking watchmaker argument.
Bye, Ollie.
Night, guys. I'm taking
Night,
off.
Ollie.
Night, Ollie.
Having a hard time keeping the eyes open. Cheers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we keeping you up?
I've been trying to keep
long
your eyes
day
open
at this
for an
golf
hour.
course, Neil. But I shot a -10 and a -12.
There you go.
Fuck, not bad. Look at you.
It's cool. It's cool, Ali. I know you're out east. I mean, you're not.
Can I brag?
You're not in England, but I mean, you're out east.
You're not quite in England.
Yeah, I'm winning. I'm winning in that game right now.
Oh, you are.
We're tickling 4 a.m. here.
Those poor birds that you shot before noon never had a chance.
I feel
to
bad.
get the worm.
I feel bad for him.
But have a good night, guys. Cheers.
Hello, Saint Shadow.
Nice
blessing to you as well.
Peace, Canadian.
See you, Ollie. Did you just call him Canadian?
I did.
I mean, it's
the
half
first
of
part.
It's
the first part of his name. It's not the first part of your name. It's the first part of his name.
No. However, the area code where I live is in my name.
Right.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't call Neil 604, would you?
No, I wouldn't call him.
I would.
Neil.
I've been called 604.
Do you ever get affectionately called the?
Don't call me late for dinner.
The 604? Do
I just called Artie.
No, not just the. Well,
My name is not Artie. Getting called Artie in public is just.
I could respectfully call you Mr. Box.
This is great here. Hang on.
Mid.
So Saint Shadow, by the way, welcome, Saint. Blessed be you all. Fern's like, cool. Blessed by whom? And Saint comes back with, I don't know yet. I just died.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Oh yeah, someone
awesome.
as a fellow undead. Okay, welcome to the club.
Well,
it's tons.
Oh God, that's so great. There's an afterlife, but I can't tell you anything else right now. I haven't noticed.
So the week before you were on, Cat, there's this guy, Tons of Mice, who's been in chat forever, like for 5 years. Neil's been doing this, and he
I was on
agreed
3
to do
weeks
his
ago,
show.
dude.
Agreed to do his own show finally, and he just did it the show before yours.
No, before that.
Oh, sorry, the show before.
We skipped a
4
week.
years.
Yeah, and then we had Mr. Lamar.
Durante.
Yeah,
Or
that
Durante.
never works. Just ask the birth control industry.
Like when mom pins your condom to the wall and say, "Don't forget protection."
We need to no longer be
Don't
suspended on
forget to
Twitter
use
so I can
this!
follow Durante back. This one's philosophy
Mom.
with Durante.
At that point, it's no longer a condom. It's no longer protection. It's a baby, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean,
My favorite quote from Back to the Future.
Unless you're
it's like condoms. Where we're going, we don't need condoms.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Up the butt, no babies.
Oh, God. What about butt
The
babies?
second time you said something that
Then where did the drop off the
the
kids at the pool expression come from?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Pun intended.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, this humor is kind of crappy. Anyway,
Oh, Christ.
we'll just
Should've
flush
smelled
that.
that one coming.
Yeah.
So
We're
we
really
are
stepping in now, folks.
we are closing in on the hour and a half time that I usually sit on these things, guys.
So what you're
So-
saying is
so-
it's about to hit the fan.
So we should get to the orange part of the rind.
Actually, which you can make really good, crunchy, yummy, sweet things with orange peels. Actually, the Japanese have been doing it for centuries.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I need you to come to my house for Thanksgiving because my mom makes cranberry relish without any part of an orange except for the rinds.
Okay, strike one. I hate cranberries.
I don't give a fuck. I need you to come here.
You just want me to come there, is that it?
I need you,
Well,
Fuck
just invite him.
cranberries.
Just
come
invite
hang
him
out.
over. Then it sounds
I
like he
need
doesn't
you here
want
for the
those.
rinds, Neil.
I'm afraid because if I fall asleep, he's going to spread cranberries all over me while I'm asleep.
It's super funny because it's my mom who's 80 years old now, and my nieces who are 20 years old now. They're the only ones that can tolerate
Classy,
it,
Artie,
and
classy.
the three of them crave it, and it just
He's got Neil. You're gonna
utterly escapes the rest of us with a tongue.
Neil. You're gonna pull up, and Artie's parked out in the bushes with a fucking paintball gun full of fucking cranberries ready to light your ass up.
Oh my
Okay.
God!
Who doesn't like cranberries now, bitch?
Quit trying to dodge me, Neil. I got a good lead on you, Neil.
My middle
You're
name
gonna
is
run
Doug.
out of steam, Neil.
You're
long
gonna,
can you keep
you're gonna
running?
get tired before that CD runs out.
I'll be real with you. The only time I fuck with cranberries is when I have a urinary tract infection.
It's
It's
Yeah,
a
well,
great
they
thing to
can
say.
help with that. They can.
It's a
actually
great
help.
juice for everyone to drink on occasion.
Yeah, if you get yeast infection
Yeah, I get those all the time.
or
Guys
a
can
yeast
get 'em too.
infection,
Can you? Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Guys can, yeah.
Oh yeah.
you
I didn't know
can, but there's a lot of trying that goes into it before it's possible.
I think and it has to be from a woman. I don't think
that
you
why
can
it
just
keeps
get-
rising?
No. A man can do it on his own, but there's got to be a lot of effort that goes into it.
You keep
See,
speaking
towards
and
the
I
end of the
keep-
show,
I keep
everything starts
dying.
draining down the toilet.
Yeah, you have to have your own gravity field, but you can do it on your own.
Thank you to everyone in the chats on YouTube and Twitch. We appreciate you guys. All the viewership. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and check us out next time. Thanks for all the amazing patrons and members, all you guys gifting members out there. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. We really, really appreciate you guys. And if you missed the original, I don't know how you could, but if you missed the original, the link is down below in the description. And then you can follow Cat in a Box on Twitter. I think that's the socials we got down there for you.
Link there. Yep.
Yeah, all that stuff
Thank you
is
much,
in
Steve.
there. Make sure you check out me and Neil's music. And like Neil says, that Carl Sagan says at the end of every episode. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.
Oh, wait.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Hey,
all right, here we go.
Don't go anywhere.